Hey everyone, welcome back to Redbanditracing. Welcome back to the channel. As you guys can see, we did get the Losi 8ight-XE RTR. We're gonna dive into this. We're gonna check out the specs on this. We're gonna paint it in this video and give a little test run. There'll be a full run on this car in the next video, along with, we're gonna be putting in the BT2000 Bluetooth module just to kind of see. I know a lot of people don't use this, but I wanna kind of see what it can do, the adjustments that you can make through the remote, and see how that actually works. Now, we also have a programmer that we do use on the Typhon and the Creighton. I believe this should work. So we're gonna test this out, see if we can adjust some of the settings and see if we can get a little more kick out of it, a little more programming. And again, we're gonna test this out in the next video. This video, we're just gonna check out this new car, check out the specs, see how it looks, paint it, and give it a rip. We did get a battery for it. Now the battery we're gonna be using, this is the 5100C 4S battery. It is a smart battery from Spectrum. So we're gonna use this one. Let's check this out real quick. This is a hard shell battery. It's actually pretty beefy. We'll check more into the specs on this. Our charger well charged this just fine. This car can run 2S to 4S. So that's kind of nice. I probably won't run this on 2S very often, but 3S and 4S might be pretty nice. So let's go ahead and jump into the specs real quick, see what's in this, and check it out. I've had this car for 2 weeks. Guys, we've been really busy. We've had a lot of Monster Jam, and we've had a lot of rain. A lot of rain, can't get rid of the rain. We thought we were in the clear for a little bit, and here it comes again. As this video comes out, it's gonna be raining all week. I don't know the next time we're gonna be able to take this out, but when we do, it's gonna be so much fun. Guys, this is going to take us in a different direction. Now, we're not going to go away from bashing whatsoever. We're not going away from bashing. I do want to get into racing. This is a racing platform. I do want to take this to the course. I might enter a couple of races. I want to see how it handles and see if I actually like doing it. This is technically a basher. This can take quite a bit of a beating. Let's go ahead and jump right in and check it out. All right, I know you guys can probably see a diff over here. This is the X-Max. I am waiting for parts. By the time this video comes out, this will be fixed, so that video will probably already be up, but we've got some new diffs coming. We're gonna go ahead and replace the ring gear and the pinions because they got a little bit wrecked up a little bit during clash. So we're gonna have those replaced. I really like how Losi does the boxes. They really highlight just the car. This is a champion heritage platform. This is a winning platform from TLR. I don't know a whole lot about the racing platforms. I'm trying to get into it. I really enjoy doing stuff like this. I really love my Losi 8 Nitro. This is what inspired me to get this one. Now this one is race ready, full metal drivetrain, full race legal. This thing's all set to go. This is the XE 1/8 scale 4x4 racing buggy. We're just gonna go over the box a little bit before we crack this open just so you guys can see what's in it. Now the overall length is 18.9 inches, 12 inches wide, and a little over 6.5 inches in height. Now the body does come with the graphics on it, but it's not painted, which is kind of cool because I do have some paint. Now I am gonna go through the specs on this one, but I am gonna compare it to the Typhon 6S because they are similar in some ways. Now the motor in this one, this is a 2200 kV motor with a S665 servo. This servo, I believe, yes, it puts out, I was gonna say 270. It's 277 ounces of torque, which if you think about it, that's not a lot. But the thing is, this thing is 0.10 seconds transit time. That's a very fast servo. And that's one thing that I have to give Losi and Spectrum. Their servos may not have a lot of torque, but they're extremely fast and efficient. And that's what I love about their servos. I wish Traxxas would get on board and provide us with some decent servos right out of the box like Losi and Arma does. I'm really impressed with that. This is a full metal drivetrain. This is pretty thick metal, which does weigh the car down a little bit. But from my understanding, and you guys, please correct me down in the comments. Sorry if you guys didn't see the box. Correct me down in the comments. There is a Pro, I'm not sure if it's called a Pro, but there is an upgraded version of this car that comes with an upgraded chassis, shock towers, shocks, and a couple other things like the hinge pin, crossbar, and stuff like that, that actually makes this more pro. And those parts do transfer to this one. So if I end up bending a chassis or a shock tower, I will upgrade to the higher end specs on this just to make it a little bit nicer. But like we do on the channel, we're gonna wait till things break because there's no point in upgrading it if it doesn't need it. It does have an adjustable wing mount, fully race legal chassis and electronics, front and rear center differential, adjustable aluminum oil-filled shocks, adjustable steel turnbuckles, front and rear sway bars, durable 4mm thick aluminum chassis. Now, as you guys can see from the back of the box, included obviously is the car. You're gonna have your transmitter. They actually give you batteries, all the electronics. They give you a lot of stuff in this, including the manual, tools, stickers. We're gonna go through all that. Now, need this to complete, you're gonna need a battery. Now, they give you different battery options. The battery that we went with is obviously the 4S 5000 milliamp 100C. I was gonna get the 50C, but you know what? Let's just go all out. Let's go with the 5000. We do have a couple extra batteries that will fit this just fine because this does have an IC5 connector. So we do have some extra batteries just in case we want to test them out with a lower C rating, which sometimes honestly that helps when you kind of lower the power down a little bit, especially on a course. Now the charger, we do have a charger. We do have the smart charger, so we're not worried about that, but I really like how they give you all the specs right inside the box, exactly what you guys need. All right, and it also gives you the bundle option. So there's a couple different options here. And I think what it does is it's combining the charger with the batteries, and that's kind of cool. So there's some different options that you can put down here, which is really cool. And obviously you guys are gonna need RC body paint if you're gonna paint your bodies. All right guys, let's go ahead and crack this open. I think I've waited long enough. Like I said, I think we've had this for about 2 weeks, just waiting for the time to unbox this. Unfortunately, Will can't be here, but he will be here when we race it against the Typhon. Man, I really love the detail they put in these boxes. All right, here's all your tools. Wow, they give you a lot of stuff here. We're gonna go over this. I really like how some companies are doing more and more for the customers, especially when you're spending a lot of money for a car like this. That's really nice. Now, I will go over the prices towards the end of this video before we run the car. Let's go and pull this guy out. Let's get some of this other boxes out of the way. You got your transmitter, just like that's on the Creighton. This is the DX3. Now, we did have a problem with our other DX3, whereas the steering wheel kind of died on us, so I'm not sure if we're gonna keep this or I might go ahead and upgrade the transmitter. All right, and here we got the star of the show. All right guys, here we are. We got the star of the show here. Suspension is a little stiff, but that's actually not that bad. Very smooth. It would be nice to see these things have a little bit of like a clipless system on it. It'd be a lot easier. Okay, first thing I notice, wow, that body is rigid. That body is very, very rigid. I really like that. I'm kind of looking at the details on this. You know what? Look at that. You can see it right there. You can actually cut this out if you guys wanted to go ahead and switch this over to nitro. Because if you guys look on the bottom of this, I saw this earlier, it has all the cutouts. You can turn this into the nitro. So you can actually switch this over full nitro, which is really nice. Ooh, guys, we have a leak. I think it's the center diff. Okay, see it in there? Guys, that is not one I want to see on a brand new car. Look at that. It's even scraped up a little bit right there. We're going to get that later. We're going to see if we can't run it in this video because we're going to get that leak fixed first. So we're going to have to take this thing apart, which isn't too hard. I got to take this top motor mount brace off and boom, get to the center diff because the center diff looks like that's the one leaking. All right, so let's go and put this aside real quick because I want to go ahead and do a proper unboxing. So it looks like you get 4 extra straps. Here's your tool bag. You have your special wrench right there. That's a tool. I wonder if that's a shock tool. I'll have to look at what that is. I haven't used one of those before. And you got your typical Allens. They do supply you with some alkaline extra strength batteries. And let's check out the stickers. You got the Team Losi stickers. Those are really cool. Those are for the windows. I'm definitely gonna put these on. I was thinking about putting them on, but I'm gonna put them on. I'm gonna put the stickers on. Ooh, let's look at the back here. This is what everyone's been talking about. That's for the wing. Look at all those extra stickers you get. Some extra little ones you can put on the side. Definitely gonna do that. These actually go on the very side of it. Ooh, that one looks really cool too. That goes on the side. And of course, you have your 8ight-XE manual. As you can see, wow, they almost look pretty close to the same length. Pretty close to the same length. This is gonna be a fun race. Now, this, from what I've heard, with a 4S 100C rating battery, this can get up to 50-55 miles an hour out of the box with the standard gearing in it. So I'm pretty sure you can get the speeds up a little bit higher than that, but I really don't see the point in doing that because we're not going to be drag racing this thing or anything. We're actually going to be taking this to the track. We might bash it up just a little bit to see what it can do, because I heard it, like I said, it's extremely beefy. Between these two cars, Horizon Hobbies obviously owns them. Does Losi call the shots? Because both of these cars run an S665 servo. Now in the Arma, it's got the 2050 kV. In the Losi 8, it's got the 2200 kV. This is the TLR 8X platform. The Typhon's been around for a long time, and this thing is extremely durable. As you guys can see from our 10,000 subscriber video part 1 and 2, obviously it can't take a hit going straight into a curb. No car can. As far as it went on the second video, this thing can take an absolute beating and keep going. Now on the Arma, this thing can run 4S and 6S. On this one, this can actually run 2S, 3S, and 4S, which is kind of nice. Both of them have the BEC output of 6 volts to 7.4 volts. Both of them are obviously 4x4. Now on the Arma, the ESC is 150 amp smart ESC, where on the Losi, it's the 130 amp ESC. Now, supposedly, the ESC that comes in this one it's been updated. So this is a brand new ESC. So I'm wondering how this is gonna work. It should work just fine. I don't think it's Bluetooth, but we're gonna test it out. Either way, I have a programmer where we can do that. It is a sensored motor. If you guys can look in the back right there, it is a sensored motor, as you can see from the sensor wires in the back. All right, so what we're gonna do next is we're gonna get this car back over here. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna paint the body, get the body all set up, and then we're gonna have to take apart that center diff, find out what's going on, and hopefully we can run it in this video, as long as it's nothing bad and I can actually get a part for that. All right guys, so as you can see, I went ahead and washed the body with soap and water. Make sure it's nice and clean. Now I'm gonna let this dry completely before I start painting it. All right, let's go ahead and pop this off. It's actually really simple. So let's go and take that off. This thing definitely leaked out. Now, just so you guys know, like depending on where you guys get your cars, sometimes the altitude change alone will make these leak. And that is actually pretty normal. I mean, if it's coming from somewhere from like 10,000 or 5,000 to 10,000 altitude all the way down to sea level where we're out here in California, I've seen where we get cars brand new and the shocks are already leaking, but they're not actually leaking. It's the pressure that's pushing that out. Yeah, look at that. Bone dry. The seal's not gonna come off carefully, guys. Let's double check the front, because you know what? Behind this should be an O-ring. Carefully. There should be an O-ring right there, which there is. I want to say it was the pressure. I don't think there's anything wrong with the seals in this. So I think what I'm going to do is we're just going to top this off, and then we'll definitely take it out and make sure we check it. All right guys, so according to the manual, you guys can see here, the center is going to be 5,000. Front and rear, it's going to be 7,000, and 4,000. Now for the shock coil, front and rear, it's going to be 45 weight and 37.5 weight. Now, I'm not sure how Losi likes to top these off, but we're going to do it like we normally do it. I'm not going to fill it all the way up to the tippy top. And it is a center diff, so I mean, I might put a little extra in it. But let's just see how this settles down. It should settle down pretty quick, because 5,000 is really not that much. Had a lot of good luck doing this. It just helps the paint stick a little bit better. Guys, I'm going to be trying something new here that I don't normally try. I'm going to use fluorescent pink. Now, the reason why I want to try pink is because like I said, I'm going to be taking this to the track. I want to be able to see this car from a distance. I think the brighter the car is, the little bit easier it is to see. It's actually not fluorescent pink, it's just translucent pink. And if you guys want the part number, it's just PS40. This is Tamiya color. And this one is, let's see here, bright silver. So what I'm going to do, a couple coats of the pink, and I'm going to back it a little bit with the silver, and it'll kind of give it a nice highlight. And then we'll kind of see how it looks. If it looks okay, I might go ahead and finish the backing off just with a regular white, and that's a PS1. But we're just gonna wait and see, and I just wanna see what this thing looks like. There's no harm and foul. You know, if I don't like it, I'll just get another body. But let's go ahead and get these shaken up and get this thing ready to paint. There we go. Let's let that dry and we'll see what it looks like. Come on, guys. You know that looks sick. That's gonna look so good in the sun. I'm gonna go ahead and put the window stickers on, the side decals on, and see what this thing looks like, the final project. Come on, guys. This thing looks mean. I am gonna put my own 8ight stickers on the side. Let's go ahead and make sure that it's binded. I got the transmitter on. Let's power it on for the first time. As you heard, that was 4 beeps indicating it's a 4-cell. We got steering and we got throttle. Okay, now we know that. Let's go and turn it off. Now what we're gonna do is do the calibration. I'm gonna go through the calibration real quick for you, but it's really not that hard. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna hold the set button and power it on. And once the LED on the ESC flashes red, we're gonna let go. It should be pretty quick. If you see that it's flashing green, you're in programming mode. So we want calibration mode, which should be flashing red. It'll make an audible tone. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna hit the set button once while not holding anything, because that'll set the neutral position. Then we're gonna hold full throttle, press the set again, it should beep twice. We're gonna let go full reverse, hit set again, and it's gonna go ahead and set your reverse. And then you're gonna let go, and it should give you audible beeps, and we should be done. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn our remote on, hold the set, right there. There we go. We're gonna hit set. It's gonna beep green once, full throttle. Beep twice, let go, full reverse. It'll start up as normal. We got forward, we got reverse. So what you have to do is hold the set and power button, and you're gonna hold that down until it starts flashing red and beeping. That's when you're gonna release. If you hold it too long, it'll start blinking green. Now we're not gonna do that because we don't need to. We're all set to go. Now what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna actually have to break the diffs in. Now let me go to the diff section because it's something I haven't seen before. It's gonna be right here on page 5. Before running your vehicle, you gotta break in the differentials. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna hold the vehicle, let's say on the left side tires, like this, and you're gonna go 1/8 throttle, which really isn't a whole lot for 30 seconds. And you're gonna do that for both sides, and you're gonna repeat this 2 to 3 times. And then obviously after that, make sure your suspension's good, all your fluids are good. So let's go ahead and do that. Right about there. I'm gonna do roughly 30 seconds. What I'll do is I'll go ahead and do this for both sides 3 times, and then we'll go outside and we'll just see what kind of speed we can get out of this real quick, just for its first rip. Got it broken in. Let's go take it outside. We'll make a couple passes, and then stay tuned for a later video where we're gonna take this thing and we're actually gonna go race the Typhon and the XRT in a parking lot just to see what they can do against each other. That turned out mean. That looked more like a burgundy. That looks so nice. Try and do this one-handed. Just a nice little break-in right now before we go and rip it later on. Oh, this thing rips. This thing turns so nice. This thing's got so much giddy up. Woo! Yeah, this thing's got a lot of acceleration. It steers so fast too. All right guys, well there you have it. We got this thing all set up. I think the stickers came out real nice. Now there's other stickers I want to put on it, but I got some new RBR stickers coming for us. A couple with my name on it, Ghost's name. I'm gonna make some just for my numbers. So that'll look really cool. We're gonna put some numbers on the Typhon. Probably get a new wing so we can put the numbers on it. We're gonna run this one with the Typhon against the XRT in a parking lot, and we're gonna see how fast these things can rip around. Not gonna go too fast because on pavement, as you guys saw, this thing turns really sharp, and the last thing I wanna do is hurt this thing on the pavement. So we're not gonna be doing that. This thing is meant for the short course. It's meant for a dirt track. I can't tell you how precise and smooth the steering is and the acceleration. The way this turned out with the colors and how I put the stickers, I did not like the Losi stickers, guys. I am really particular on how I put stickers and stuff on. I did not like how they were going on. I peeled them right off. I don't know how Losi cuts their stickers. I don't know how they're supposed to fit on here properly. I just took them off. I put the black strip on. That way I can put my own stickers on. And if you guys have noticed the stickers that I did use, I wanted to put all the stickers on that we used throughout the year starting our channel, the last couple of years starting our channel, and kind of like paying thanks to all of them, you know, because we got A-Main, COWRC, we got Hobby, Wing, Fast Eddie, RPM, Proline, Spectrum, you know, Horizon Hobbies. We're gonna see Savix, MIP, I love their tools. You know, anytime we get new parts, I'm gonna put stickers on this because when we go out to the track, you know, I'm not just showcasing the car, I'm showcasing where we came from as a channel and a team. I'm really excited and I'm nervous at the same time. We're gonna go out the track. We're gonna go to probably Hot Rod Hobbies and Raceways in Valencia. There's one up in Fresno, maybe Bakersfield. There's a couple really nice indoor tracks. So we're gonna go there. Like I said, I'm excited, but at the same time, I'm still nervous. I'm just gonna find a beginner class to jump into and do some practice laps and just kind of get a feel for it. I really want to give it a shot and give it racing and just see how it goes. Maybe I like it more than bashing. Doesn't mean I'm gonna stop bashing. We're gonna keep bashing. It might be something that I really get into for myself. I know Will probably doesn't want to do it, but I'm gonna get him to at least attempt it because I think he would probably enjoy the racing aspect. What I'm gonna do is, in a later video, I'm gonna go ahead and service the front and the rear diffs, make sure they're topped off, and I'm gonna check the shocks, make sure everything's good. Those are things that you really wanna check when you guys get a new RC car. Always check your fluids, because just like this one, I bet you there wasn't a leak. It probably had to do with the altitude change. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We got some new stuff coming with this. We're gonna do some programming on it, get it tuned up the punch a little bit, fix the brakes, because the brakes are really slow, which I understand you want for a track. But yeah, just let me know. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm excited. This was a really cool unboxing. I got to paint the car out of the box, which I like painting. I just don't like putting stickers on. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please check out our Patreon. It really helps us out. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel. See you guys on the next one.